It's the one and only Rebar Show with your host, JP Motherfucking Fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and actually I counted the episodes earlier this week. We are episode 30 right now.
30?
I'm going to say it again, live from the one and only Rebar, and I'm joined by my Texas co-host, J-Dub Bay-Dub. What is going on?
Part-time co-host, thank you very much. Part-time co-host, HR, producer, just candy man, whatever. Yeah. I don't know, whatever you call me.
Sugar
so what's
Daddy.
going on, man? Sugar Daddy. What's going on?
What do you mean what's going on? I'm having a hard time trying to find a full-time fucking co-host with myself.
Well, that's because you got too much on your hands.
Yeah, well.
You got too much time in your hands. I got shit going on.
You know what they say about guys with a lot of stuff on their hands, right?
Yeah, they don't get shit done.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So our special guest today is somebody you just met at IPCPR and killing the cigar scene right now.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris from. What is that? From. Well, I'm gonna let you introduce your club, your special club, and then I'll tell people why I wanted you guys on.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. I'm Chris, as they said, from Luxury Cigar Club, and I don't know what's special about it.
Who's ringing? Who's
it's
pinging?
me, man. It's me.
You're so special. So yeah, Chris. So Luxury Cigar Club, right?
Yeah.
There's a ton of cigar clubs out there. Well, not a ton, but there's quite a few, right? Cigar of the Month clubs, and and a lot of the big boys also do carry them. What interests me about these guys, one, they're down to earth, really down to earth. First of all, and they were not unfiltered. They were not afraid to say this is a shit cigar. They was not afraid to speak their mind. Number one. Number two, I've seen some of your packages, bro, that you've sent out. They're fire. Some of them have really good stuff in there. So I wanted to talk to you about that and, pick your brain a little bit of how'd you got into the business and what do you offer, promote you a little bit. But let's start with first things first before we do proceed. Believe it or not, this shit show is sponsored by.
Oh, sorry, I was lighting my cigar. This episode, this lounge is brought to you by United Cigars. You need to live united. You need to smoke united. You got to hit up your local B&M, buy United Cigars from them. If they don't have United Cigars, you got to demand that they get that shit in. That, or hit up UnitedCigarGroup.com, and it'll give you a list of the sites where you can mail order United Cigars from. Live united, smoke united, and listen to the one and only Rebar Show.
Now, one thing you may not know about United Cigars is that certain cigars are protected. So especially the Atabey, by the way, Atabey and Lord Byron, these are protected cigars. So these are cigars that not everybody can carry them. So they're very, very, they try to do this because, again, one thing I love about United Cigars is that they're trying to support the local brick and mortar shops. They're not going to sell these. They're not going to sell online. Bottom line. So if you're a shop owner out there listening and you say, you know what, I'm thinking about bringing them in, do it now, because if someone else jumps on Atabey or Lord Byron, you're shit out of luck, bro. Don't say we didn't tell you. So with that said, we do say a lot of shit in this show. We might talk bad about people, cigars, drinks, whatever, kids. I don't give a fuck. So, but again, that's not in any way affiliated to any of our sponsors or guests. So even what they say might be shit, but hopefully we'll see. Don't get butthurt. So what'd you think of the show, Chris?
Dude, that was crazy. That was our first time there, and a little bit.
Mine too.
Yeah, yours too. Yeah, no, we were talking about that. Wild, dude. Just like wild.
Very, very wild. No sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no sleep.
No sleep, man. And I smoke so much. It's ridiculous.
I actually didn't. I went there to help out my buddy as well because he likes and trusts my palate, right? And we have different spectrums of the palate. So my buddy, shout out to Gabe from Cigar Point here locally, and he trusts my palate, so he knows, you know, that I know a lot of people and connections and whatever. So he knows that I get around. So
We
in the
all know
cigar
that.
in the cigar world, with
That doesn't make it better.
no, it doesn't. I'm not trying to
Almost worse.
sugarcoat it, or worse. I don't care. But I do get to try a lot of things because friends send me things, or I'm just very much plugged in, or you know, somewhat plugged into the shop. So he wanted to get my opinion on what is this cigar. So anytime, whenever I did go, I limit myself to about 3 to 4 cigars during the show all day, at the most, and that's because I want to keep a fresh palate. And that was hard to do. That was very hard to do. But I can tell you, the ones that I smoked, they were on a clean palate and they were fantastic. And I'm glad I got to smoke some of those cigars. But yeah, so this is one that I saw on your last package. I don't know if you can tell what this one is.
That Cavalier.
Oh yeah, so
Mm.
fantastic. The
Smoke
black
gold,
label,
big gold.
smoke gold, dig gold, dig for gold.
So
What do you think about these Cavaliers, man?
You know what? We got a big sample pack from them, and the Black 2 is the one that we sent out. For us, it was the best representation. It's kind of the ugliest of all of them,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the best stick. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what we do as a company that we had our eyes on for quite a while, like watching the Instagram and stuff. We're like, we got to try it.
Yep.
And I went through like 3 samples, like 3 different lines, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is not going to be good. And then we came across this guy, and I was just like, hell yes, man, this thing's a home run.
Yeah, so I'm smoking the Robusto, the Black Series, Cavalier Genevieve, or whatever it is. Geneva. I'm sorry, Cavalier Geneva Black Series. Damn good cigar. A really good startup so far. What are you smoking? Both of you.
I also went black today.
Oh yeah. Once you go black, you know what they say.
Yeah, I'm smoking the Headley Grange, the Black Lab from from Crown Heads. Yeah,
Crown
and
Heads,
you know
yeah.
what? It's I'm digging it.
That cigar carries a punch, in my opinion. So
I'm on the Viva La Vida from Artesano del Tobacco.
mhm.
This has been my kind of go-to stick for a minute now, and I'm in love with it. I gotta be completely honest.
Yeah, man, I've finally got to meet Billy in person. Like, we talked to each other on Instagram. He sent me those pre-release samples, which I think I still might have one. I'm not sure, but finally to meet him, I was like, man, dude, that's awesome. I've known Samir for a while, but it was just a good experience, man. Meeting a lot of people face to face that I hadn't seen before. I mean, talked to before. So where are you guys from, man?
No, we're in northern Arizona, just outside of Sedona. Red Rocks is what most people know Sedona for, and it's hot.
Yeah. What are you drinking, JP?
I mean, nothing to brag about. I'm drinking American vintage hard iced tea. It's the summertime. It's hot. It's humid out. This guy's got to stay fucking hydrated, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, hard iced tea does the trick. They go down smooth. And shout out to American vintage iced tea, man. They've been hooking it up by putting their 6-packs on sale for $2 off for the past couple weeks.
Only a Canadian, right? So what's your
I mean, my shit hasn't been solid in like a month.
What's your poison, Chris?
I'm on a coffee right now and water. I'm not really a drinker. I think I drank more at IPCPR than I have in my entire life, and that was like 2 vodka and Red Bulls one night.
Oh,
I'm not a drinker, man. I drank tonic and lime most of the time that I was there.
yeah. No, I can't do vodka, man. I can't. I got sick off of it, and ever since, I'll do a mule here and there, but that's about it. Recently I've been on a gin and tonic kick.
Yeah,
for some
vodka.
reason.
Vodka is a beast. All right, I think we should. I want to dive into this because
Go ahead.
I'm extremely interested in the whole luxury cigar club thing. And then, how did you get your start in the cigar game?
Dude, I got my start. So it's myself and two of my partners, longtime friends, Ben and David. J-Dub met one of them, other dude with the big red bushy beard.
Yeah.
That's David. And
Big
Ben's
red.
a Jewish dude that we hang out with a lot, from Israel. Cool guy. We all live in the area here. And we kind of got started the way that like a lot of shops and things do. We wanted to smoke cigars cheaper. So like totally selfish beginnings. But you know, the area that we live in is like 10,000 people and like 300 square miles. So there's not a lot of people here. So our retail store just wasn't kicking it the way we wanted to, right? Because we wanted that exclusive stuff. We wanted that Byron, that Atabay, you know, all that good stuff. And they're like looking at us and they're like, no. And so we're like, okay, how do we get bigger without more people? And we're like, oh, Dollar Shave Club for cigars. Let's just do that. And so we kind of did.
But you weren't sending dollar sticks, right?
I have not ever sent a dollar stick. No.
Good.
I would make a lot more money if I did that.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about your packages, man. How does it work, and what does one do to sign up?
I mean, you know, you just hit us up on our website, luxurycigarclub.com. We have 3 packages. We have a gold tier, which is like the lowest tier. We have a platinum tier, which is the middle tier, and we have a diamond tier, which is our highest. And they're like $41, $51, and $150 respectively. And it's billed monthly. You can cancel whenever you want. You can skip whenever you want. You know, we want people to stay because they like what we're doing, not because they committed to staying for 3 months or anything like that.
Right.
I hate that shit, right? Like when you sign up for something and you're like, dude, this is garbage, and then you're like, oh, you have 6 months left. I'm like, no, screw you. Like I don't want to pay for this.
Right.
So we're easy that way. Our platinum tier, which is the middle one, is easily like our most popular. It's the best value for money. You get 5 sticks with that one a month. You get 3 sticks in the gold tier, and they're the same population of cigars. It's just one of them you get 5, and the other one you get 3. And then the diamond tier is this weird like box that we drool over every month that we can't afford and that we wish we could, and we just put the stuff in there that we just absolutely wish we could have. Like last month we sent an Andolgian Bull, an Opus X 20th anniversary,
Nice.
Crown Heads La Karim limited edition 2019, and some other good stuff that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Wow. That's definitely heavy hitters.
Honestly, over like the past, I want to say it's been like month and a half, 2 months. Dude, you can't even open up Instagram now without seeing somebody posting the luxury cigar club stuff. And I mean, I want to say there's at least probably 4 or 5 other cigar clubs out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like yours is actually fucking like you're walking over them. And I mean, and a big thing is to me, dude, it's the packaging you guys do. Like just the presentation of it, how it looks is just badass.
Thanks, man. We appreciate that. We worked not as hard as I would like to admit that we worked on the original round of packaging. It was all kind of a proof of concept. Like, is this even going to work, right? So we went out there. Now that we know we have traction, we're actually right in the process of doing a rebrand where we just modernize our look slightly. But, you know, we like our packaging. It's cool, but this is all stuff that you get in the mail, you throw away. We try to put every dollar we possibly can into the sticks. You know, we could do better bags and we can do better boxes and we could look way sexier, but then we're spending $5 or $6 on a friggin' box. And you're only paying $51 for it, so you want that $5 and another truly premium cigar, or you want a really sweet box. So I think we hit the sweet spot pretty well.
Yeah.
It looks nice, but you still get good stuff. I like it. I'm attracted to it.
I think your introductory box should be badass, and then the other ones should be like throwaway boxes.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There's some
We're
marketing.
looking for investors. Can you help us with that?
J-Dub doesn't have time right now. He barely has enough time for this show.
Yeah. Forget about it.
But
we pack all these boxes ourselves. Me and my three buddies. We fold them, we pack them, we stuff them, we ship them. They all get loaded into the back of my car. I'll be on Instagram Live taking selfies with like piles of boxes in the backseat of my car, pissing the post office off.
That's nice.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
And does that price include shipping?
No, we charge $6 shipping on everything. We ship to Canada. We ship international for $16. There's nice. A bajillion coupon codes out there for free shipping on your first month, but it's all value. Right. People hit us up. Oh, can you hook me up? Can you discount it? And it's like, dude, it's discounted. Mm-hmm. You don't get better. Right,
$50 for what? 10 cigars? I mean, 5 cigars. That's $10 cigars, right? That you're getting, and that's and like I said, I've seen some of the cigars that you're sending, and it's a good selection, bro.
Thank you.
So I'd say it's worth it.
And I mean, to touch on something you just did, Chris, it's that, I mean, I know you got probably a good amount of pet peeves about, what, like, people hit you up and it's like, hey, is there any way I can get a month free? Hey, is there any way I can get this? Hey, can I trade these cigars? Can I, you know what I mean? People always want more for nothing.
Do you get that?
You know what? We get it a lot less than you would think. Every now and then you get one or two guys, like you get in line behind them at the store sometimes, right? Where they're like negotiating with the cashier at Walmart. Like, they're like, dude, this is Walmart. I don't own this store. I can't negotiate with you.
Yeah.
But we talk to everybody, and it's like, look, man, try it. If you don't think it's worth it, if you really are that upset, reach out. We'll take care of you. Because when it comes down to it, we want people to feel like they're getting value out of it. And from a pure mathematical concept, if you go and you do the math, you're paying for more than, or you're paying less for what you're getting than you would retail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always. And that's sometimes it's by $20, sometimes it's by $10, but you're getting more than you're paying for. But we're also providing a service where we're going out and finding these sticks that are hard to find, like Cavalier or rare or super limited releases of these sticks that maybe don't exist in a lot of places. Or even like with the Viva La Vida, for instance, that's a brick and mortar only cigar. Yeah. I had to talk to Billy for weeks to even get him to trust me a little bit with it. You know what I mean? Like, my first call with him is like, listen, man, I don't know about this. I'm like, I get it. I get that you don't know about it, but just let us show you what we do.
Yeah, I'm glad he caved in. but he's such a cool guy, man. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, amazing guy.
Yeah. So and you're right. You hit on something very important. It's like you're not sending out a bunch of stuff that you can find locally that people can just go to the brick and mortar store and buy it and pay tax for, right? And whatever. You're finding stuff that's new, hot, they don't have access to, and stuff they can try. Some of it I guarantee you they won't like. Some of it I guarantee you they'll love. And that's just because everybody has a different palate. But that's the best thing about it, is that you're introducing people to the boutique game. You're introducing people to new stuff that otherwise wouldn't have access to it without having to buy a fucking box. And like, for example, and we've always said this, many years of smoking. When you show me a box and it's like $150, $200, it's like, I don't know about buying a whole box. but I'll spend $300 on loose cigars real quick. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's that mentality that a lot of people have. I have it. So I think there's more value in variety, right?
Yeah,
For me.
and here's it from my point of view, right? Fuck, you have to twist my arm real hard for me to try something out of my my comfort zone. Right? Like I want to say maybe 5 core brands, and then I smoke pretty much everything within those lines of those brands, but there's a lot of shit that I should be smoking that I'm not smoking, whether it's just because I'm so I just it's like it's tough to say, right? It's like, wow, this brand new boutique cigar looks amazing, but it's like, I don't know. And then it's like, screw it. I'll grab a Roma Craft, or I'll grab a Tatuaje, or I'll grab a Crown Heads. I'm a guy that has a hard time reaching out of his comfort zone, just because, if it's a newer cigar, you haven't heard a lot of stuff about it. So you're like, I don't know, right? And this is, what? I think I'm going to honestly sign up for this club, just because there's a good chance I'm going to be getting new stuff every month that I haven't tried and that I haven't even would have thought about trying.
So what he's asking, Chris, it's what's the coupon code?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know the coupon codes, man. If someone wants a coupon code, they're gonna have to go find them. You know what I mean? Because for me, the value is there 100%.
Oh, no, I agree with you 100%. I'm not a coupon guy. You know what? Like if it's truly something that you believe is a good deal, it's a good deal. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the code gonna save you? Like a couple dollars? It's like, well, if I'm that worried about saving a couple dollars, like I shouldn't be doing this.
But I think you hit on something.
But
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead, brother.
And there's a shit ton of people out there where it's just like, oh wait, you can't save me tax. It's like, dude, it's $3. If you're looking to save $3, you shouldn't be spending $15 on 2 cigars. If you're looking to save $3
Yeah, dude, it's like you're literally gonna smoke $15. $3 is a problem for you. Come on, man. Like, let me make a couple bucks here, please.
Yeah, and people don't realize that, right? I support brick and mortar. I support brick and mortar. Hey, you guys mind giving me a discount? And it's like, you're not supporting anybody when you ask for a fucking discount.
Well, but you hit on something that a lot of guys look. You sign up for this, and let's say you're a Drew Estate guy, or you're a My Father guy, or you're a whatever, you're a Rocky Patel guy. You sign up for this, you don't get a choice. What comes. And since you spent the money on it, you're like gonna pick it up. And that's where it opens up a lot of worlds, because you're like, man, I'm so glad I tried this. Or you're like, wow, I'm glad I tried that, and I know never to waste my money on it ever again. You know what I mean? It's valuable information either way. But, hopefully most of what we send is good. I know that not every stick is for everyone. Like, if we could make everybody happy, we would probably be billionaires right now. But that's not the point. The point is exploring, experiencing it. We put the tasting notes in there. We put some history about the company or the family that started the company, or anything that we can, find that's interesting. That's like, okay, now you can connect with the cigar a little bit. Because I know when I'm in a B&M and some guy's got this fantastic story about this company or this roller or whatever, I'm like, dude, I'm sold. Let me try it. You know what I mean?
Dude, so little story. Have you had a Principal cigars yet?
No.
So never heard of them in my life until I went to a shop in Frisco, which is Industrial Cigars. Badass shop, by the way, brick and mortar. And I went there, and I was there by myself. We were going to do a shoot with Cigars and Guns the day after. So I was just there, kind of casing the joint, right? Scoping the place out. And I got to talk to yeah. No, and I got to talk to one of the guys. He had time, and he's just like showing me around, showing me the vault. And then he's like, oh, but check these cigars out. It's Principal cigars. I was like, what are you talking about, Principal cigars? Oh, well, yeah, these guys that, it's one of the sons of the Davidoff gets some sort of leaf, and they're very small batch, and blah blah blah. I was like, man, this is okay. I'll pick some up. Pick them up, smoke them here, and then found out that Dominic also was a huge fan of them. Dominic Cigar Analogies, and I was like, oh man, this is great. This is a great cigar. Anyways, fast forward to IPCPR. I'm looking at the list, and I didn't see Principal at all. At all. I was like, oh, I guess they're not going to be here. Whatever. But I did run into the guys from Industrial Cigar, the shop. And I was like, hey, how you guys doing? Blah, blah. You know, I got to introduce Gabe, whatever. Really cool. I mean, it was like zero competition between shops there, man. It was, I really love that vibe that people were recommending other cigars to other people. And it was not a competition at all, right? Between brick and mortars, and even between cigar makers. We went and picked up some cigars because other cigar makers recommended it. Said, "Oh, go check this out. Go check this booth out," which was great. Again, we're in this together, man. Fuck the FDA. So, anyways, so they're like, yeah, the principal cigars are here around here. They just don't have a booth. You got to go here, got to go there. So we're like looking for them. Finally found them. And there was this one guy. He didn't have a booth. He was just sitting there near the Pro Cigar booth, and he's like, "You're so and so." I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's talk." Picked him up, man, and placed an order right then and there. It was awesome, and because I was really looking forward to those cigars, but they're not. Yeah. They're very underground.
You That's gave awesome. Me one before.
We're gonna have to check them out.
I was way too drunk to even smoke it, but I did. Actually, no. You gave me two of them. I smoked one with you, and the other one is actually in my travel humidor right here today because I was like, I need to fucking smoke this again this weekend.
They're phenomenal.
And I haven't yet because
they're great, and they're small batch. It's a great story, like you were saying. It's again, they're somehow related to. I think one of the guys is Hendrik, but Darren's the main guy we placed the order with. Really cool guy. I mean, and like I said. Oh, by the way, first time smoking gold. Check that out.
It's dope.
He's doing well for
like anything.
What's that?
Does it taste like anything?
It tastes like the lifestyle, bro. It tastes like winning, like tiger's blood.
It tastes like I do have 2 laptops.
That's right.
I have 3, but I'm not gonna go there.
Well, excuse us. All hell.
You gotta have a backup one.
you need to have a backup one. We got to touch on this real quick, right? There's 3 of us. We're all located all over the fucking place right now, right? I'm in Canada, up by Niagara Falls. J-Dub's in Texas, by the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
No, not even close. But go ahead.
When you watch King of the Hill, that's how they make it seem.
They're in Texas or Fort Worth, whatever. I'm in San Antonio, the Alamo.
Chris is out in Arizona in the Superstition Mountains. Was I actually close at all?
No.
Okay, well.
That's all right. Yeah, man, they're right there. I can see them.
Let's talk fucking temperature real quick. So today, with humidity, we were 103 with 100% humidity.
What? In Canada?
Dude, all week we've been over 100 with the humidity.
That's ridiculous.
Shit.
Dude, I mean, I shit you not, 2 weeks ago we were like mid 70s.
That's ridiculous. I'm 86 right now, 86 degrees with basically no humidity, I'm sure.
Yeah, you never have any humidity. We're in the mid 80s. I mean, yeah, we were in the hundreds a couple of days ago, but mid 80s yesterday and today. It was great.
I think J-Dub's hiding out something else from me too. I think he may have just purchased an air conditioner for his garage.
Possibly. It does get hot in here.
Dude, you don't have to tell. Dude, I'm literally fucking sweating bullets right now. I didn't come in here all day just so the cool air from the night was trapped in here. and it didn't work. Once the door was open for 20 minutes while I was setting up, fucking game over. But I mean, it's summertime. What can you fucking do?
Well, the last show, I was sweating balls, dude. I was like, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Let's cut this short.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
I mean, it's about to hit like 115 here. We're almost there, and
Oh, fuck.
but it's a dry heat, is what they say. And I'm like, you cook a
No.
turkey in dry heat too.
Yeah.
Just, no.
Yeah, you try it.
Yeah, that's the thing. The stuff that people say, right? It's a dry heat. It's like it's still fucking hot. And then you have, let's get down to brass tacks. It's like there's certain shit that people say, man. It's just like it's a dry heat. It's like, yeah, it's fucking hot. Like it's dry though. It's like whether it's dry or it's fucking humid, it sucks.
It's all garbage. I hate the heat, man. I loathe it.
Dude,
But are
I'm
you close enough to where you can go fucking like mountains and go skiing or whatever?
Yeah, dude. So Flagstaff is 45 minutes away, and they have a ski resort, right? So they're 7,000 feet plus. We're 1,000 or we're 3,000 foot here. So I'm right on the area. Like literally, there's a line in Sedona where it will snow and then it rains after that line, and you can see it, right?
Yeah.
So, but it still gets hot as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, 115 is ridiculous.
Dude, that's
But
when they start. 120 is when they start grinding planes there in Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix gets even crazier hot down there, but Phoenix is different. Like at least where I live, it cools down at night. If it's 115 at night, it'll go down to like 85, 80 or something like that. But in Phoenix, it doesn't. I was down there for work one time, and I came out of a building at like 11:30 at night thinking like, oh, it's going to be a nice walk down to the restaurant. I was like, holy shit, it's still 100 degrees outside. What is happening right now?
Yeah, 6 a.m. is still over 100.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, who put a city here? Why is this here?
Why do people move there? No, I don't know.
Old Canadians needed someplace to go during the winter.
So are you
like,
scoping out Phoenix?
Yeah. Where's Scottsdale?
There you go.
I'll tell you one thing I appreciate about Phoenix is there's a shit ton of cigar shops out there, man. It's incredible.
70 stores, man.
You have to have them with that fucking heat.
I guess, but it's nothing like here in San Antonio.
But it's just thinking about that. Like even the couple days this past week, it's like I'm debating on even going to a cigar lounge just to smoke in the air conditioning.
Dude, that's why it's so popular.
Yeah,
right. It's too hot. Where else are you gonna do it?
And I mean, it like 100%. It makes sense because, dude, there's days where I just want to smoke cigars all day, but then I walk outside the door and I'm like, all right, it's 11 in the morning and we're over 100 degrees already, and it's like 100% humidity. So it's just, dude, it's swamp ass. Your cigars feel like they're way over humidified once you pull them out and you put fire to them. And it's just like, man, I could literally just spend like 8 hours, 9 hours in a cigar lounge, but then it's like, I'm probably going to spend $500 fucking dollars.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why the cigar lounges love having me over. But
because you spend money on them. That's why.
Yeah. I'm paying that fucking air conditioning bill one shot.
So,
go J-Dub.
I was gonna ask Chris, start getting some questions in. I want some stories. I want some pet peeves. I want something. First of all, let's start with pet peeves. What is not with your business generally speaking, or your customers, but what are your pet peeves regarding lounges or cigar smoking, generally speaking? So
just generally, my number one pet peeve is people that get band shock, whether it's so what do I mean by band shock? Like, oh my God, Opus, it's good. Or, oh my God, this house blend is garbage because it's just a bundle blend from who knows where, right?
And has no band.
Yeah. For me, it's like, have you smoked a cigar And if you've smoked a cigar more than once and you can truly say you don't like it, dude, I support that 100%. But if you just say, I hate Drew Estate, I'm like, how do you know? You smoked all the thousands of lines that they have. You know what I mean? It just makes no sense to me. Like Gurkha is a huge one that you hear everyone like say Gurkha's garbage, right?
including here.
Yeah, no, Gurkha has a lot of terrible sticks. Like I'll be the first to admit that. And it's like, why are they so expensive? What the hell is happening at Gurkha?
And
But
they do well though, man. They killing it.
there's some Gurkha out there that's good, man. Have you guys ever had the Gurkha Yakuza?
Again, I stopped smoking Gurkha 10 years ago, man.
Try it. I'll send you some. I'll send you some Yakuza. And I bet you anything, if I took that band off and I sent people that stick, people be like, wow, this is a really good cigar. But because it has a Gurkha name on it, people shy away from it. And that's my biggest pet peeve. It's like there's so many cigars out there, and you'll even see some of them in some of our boxes sometimes. Like we sent a Nat Seco out once, which is not a super expensive cigar. It's not readily available everywhere, but it could easily be. It's made by Xander Gregg, which is a big distributor in Southern California.
Uh-huh.
It tastes like a Padron 80th Maduro, like 100% tastes like it.
Wow.
But instead of, 30 or $40, it's $7. That's a freaking fantastic stick, man. Like you can't beat that.
So I agree. Okay. And yes, I am guilty of that. Personally, I am guilty of if I don't like most of your cigars, I'm not going to support the brand, period. For one main reason. There's so many fucking cigars out there that I have not tried. And do I try this new cigar that everybody's telling me is good, or do I try Gurkha? I'm going to go with option A, right?
Totally hear you, man.
Now, Drew Estate's a whole different story. Drew Estate, we've always shit on Drew Estate, not because of the man. The man I respect JD, met him several times. And I would have done exactly the same thing that he did, but it's no longer him, right? It's no longer, and talking to people that work there, talking to people that were there, and I was a Drew Estate fan way before, and when the transition happened, I'm no longer supporting Drew Estate. I'm no longer supporting him. I'm supporting a big fucking corporation that Swisher shoots, basically. You know what I mean? That's more of a principle to me than anything else. But we did try the new cigars, and I'm not saying they're horrible. I'm saying they're not as good as they used to be.
Yeah, the difference was too much.
Too much of a difference.
That's one thing, right? When you're used to a brand being something or a cigar being something, and then someone else starts making it and they kind of trash it. I understand that thought process completely.
A lot has happened a lot with Camacho. I mean, fucking when, a lot of CAO when these to be made by different, just the list goes on, and where they just changed.
Yep.
So that's my thing.
I totally hear it, man. I mean, I get everything. I get it. It's just for me, it's and maybe not with you guys, but you get some of these maybe I'll say newer smokers out there who really they don't understand the history. This is the first Drew Estate stick they've ever had, or the first whatever Avo or whatever stick they've ever had, and I don't like that brand. And it's like, we smoke hundreds of cigars every month to try to find things that we qualify as box worthy. We have a big spreadsheet and lists and all kinds of crap, and it's all technical and
ratings and all that.
No, we don't really rate it. It's just like I like it or I don't like it. I have a hard time with the rating thing, but the one thing we do is
You
do.
do.
We do. Do you do?
I do
before the show.
I knew that. The one thing we do is we don't smoke just one and say that's box worthy, let's do it. We're checking for consistency. Does it taste the same every time I smoke it? Because that's what makes a good cigar to me. Is if you're like, oh man, I'm really jonesing for whatever it is, an Atabey or a Byron or United box press, Maduro or whatever it is, you're jonesing for it. You don't want to pick it up and it'd be like, well, this is a different cigar than I just smoked 2 days ago. And we don't want that, because when we send something out to people, we want them to know, hey, this is a good measuring stick of whether you like the cigar or not. That's it. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that philosophy, man. It's not, don't smoke the cigar once and judge the cigar by one time, because again, you could have picked it up, and the weather, your mood, what you were pairing it with could all affect the flavor, right?
That's it, man.
And try it 2-3 times, and if it's consistent, it gets on the list. I like that a lot,
You
man.
even got that one bad cigar in the box and smoked it, and you're like, "Oh, this is shit." And I mean, it does happen with the odd box. You know what?
The
You
one
might
plugged cigar, right?
bad cigars in there.
Dude, it doesn't matter if it's $100 cigar or a $3 cigar. There's bad ones.
Yeah,
right? They're all rolled by hand.
handmade.
They're handmade. It's going to happen. That's what you get when you're dealing with handmade products. It's to be expected. And so that's why we go through it. If I pick up 3 sticks and my partner picks up 3 sticks and we smoke 6 total and they're all plugged, okay, those get thrown away. Like, that's not a cigar we're going to put in, right? If we've had 6 of them and they're all garbage, no, man, there's no way.
It's research.
Right?
It's research.
If we've had 6 and one of them is bad, we're like, okay, this is probably a good stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
I mean, that's definitely You want to do you want to touch on some of your cigar shop? Like, do you go to many cigar shops, or are you a big home smoker?
Like, where we're at, there's no lounges, right? Like, 45-minute drive is the closest lounge. So I smoke right here on my back patio mostly, or there's a local bar here in town that has a nice patio. Go have a drink. I drink root beer there. My buddies drink beer, of course, but we go out there and smoke. We're working on opening a lounge here in our town also, not because we're going to make any money, just because we want to give guys a place to go and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm in Phoenix, I'm at lounges all the time. I'm wearing a Puro hat, which is in Chandler. Freaking awesome little cigar bar there. You know, we hit up Fox Cigar Bar and Ambassador and Embargo.
Embargo is a new one. Scallywags, fucking Fine Ash. They're everywhere, dude. And they're all great.
Yeah. Dude, I spend, even though I have a cigar company, I spend a lot of money retail and local B&M, because I truly believe that B&M is the core of the industry. You know what I mean? You got to have it. You got to have it. And I think that our model only supports these guys. You know, if you get a stick in my box that you like and your local B&M doesn't have it, you go in and say, hey, get this. If they don't get it, that's on them. But if they get it, we just created business for them, you know?
Yeah,
and
exactly. You essentially make samplers for every cigar shop out there, basically.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And if you can't get it from your local B&M, we'll get it for you, you know?
Oh, really? They can reach out to you and say, hey, can I buy that specifically, or do you just direct them to where to go?
No, we have a website where we do a little bit of stuff on there, but like Viva La Vida is one we sell a lot of. Yeah. And we only sell it to members, right? Because that's like the way we respect the B&M. Yeah. If you're a member, we'll sell to you. We don't advertise it online or anything, but if you're a member, you got an active membership, dude, I'll invoice you and we'll send it out, no problem. And hopefully your local B&M picks it up soon.
That's badass.
Cool. That's cool. What are some of your pet peeves when you do go to cigar lounges, and just whether it's interactions with people, or because you have it's definitely you're in the cigar industry, but it's like not necessarily a face-to-face interaction with people, where it's like your face to email type deal, right? Or phone call, and it's just like, this guy's telling me he didn't like one of the cigars he got in his fucking kit this month, but all the other months he's fucking loved it. Like, what are some of your pet peeves with people, whether it's at a shop or, cigar smokers on Instagram?
All right. So I'm going to answer, I heard 2 questions. I'll answer both of them. Like at a shop, my pet peeve is if I go into a humidor and be like, yo, I like, just because we're talking about Drew so much, I like the old Liga number 9, right? I like that stick. What do you got that I don't know about that's like that? And the guy's like looking at me, or the girl or whoever it is looking at me like I'm retarded. And it's like, know your stuff. That's one big pet peeve I have. Like, because I'm in here trying to find new stuff for my members, or just because I want something new or whatever. I like new sticks. I'm not like you, man. I like to find the new stuff. And when I'm here at home smoking, I'll pull stuff out of my humidor, whatever I know I like, but I like to go out and explore new stuff. So that's a big pet peeve for me, going in there and just the person just doesn't quite know what's up. As far as, I forget what the other question was that I was going to answer.
Let me give you a rebuttal on that and give you the other side of like, I don't give a fuck, right? I know what I want most of the time. Like I said, I got connections. I'm plugged into the business, and most of the times when I go to the shop, I already know what I'm gonna get, right? And I don't want help. I'm not one to, and I don't expect a tobacconist to be telling me, oh, you got to go here, and this one has an earthy flavor, and this one I don't expect a sommelier to help me, because I understand the business side of it. Businesses, most cigar shop owners, they're trying to make a buck as much as anyone else, and they're trying to save on cost as much as possible. So most of these shops are not going to hire cigar sommeliers or certified tobacconists, right? A lot of them won't. They'll just, especially here locally, I can tell you, they just hires anyone who can smoke a cigar and not throw up.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get that, man. But like, I have a retail store here, and the guy that works for us in it, he's not a tobacconist. He actually just started smoking cigars right before he started working for us. But I spend time with him, and I'm there to say, listen, this is the minimum expectation that we have, because I think it really improves the experience, especially since we're a really boutique heavy humidor.
Yeah.
And you got some of these guys that are used to Rocky and this and that. There's got to be an education piece. So I see both ends of it. If there's a guy that walks in,
and again, that's my side, and I'm selfish, right? I'm a snob or whatever, cigar nerd. I've been called a cigar nerd, but so that's me. But that's not the main majority of the population that, like you said, they want to know, they want to be guided into the right direction.
That's it, man. That's it. And then I remember the second question. No, I remember it now. Instagram. My pet peeve with like Instagram cigar aficionados or cigar people.
The Instagram reviewers.
Okay, two things. First of all, just because a company sends you something for free that you're gonna post doesn't mean you have to say you like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, if you're gonna do reviews on Instagram, know what you're talking about, because there's a lot of new people coming into the industry, and if you're calling Solomon's pyramids or torpedoes or whatever, you're already misinforming whoever it is that's taking your advice, and that's bad for the industry as a whole. You know what I mean? If people don't like our stuff, whether we send it to you for free or as a promoted post or whatever it is, I want the honest truth. It doesn't mean we're going to listen to you.
Right.
This is what we've decided to send. We're going to send it. And that's how we feel. We did the research, we did the work. And if we're not a fit for you, we totally get that. There's plenty of places for you. There's plenty of solutions and options for you, but don't just say you like it because you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? Like that's probably my number one, like, social media, Instagram kind of gripe.
That's something we've talked about before. It's I think people tend to give a different judgment call on something they don't pay for versus something they pay for. You know what I mean? Or it's just like, oh, I got it for free. If I say I like it, I might get more stuff for free.
So funny you say that, Chris. I believe it might have been, I'm going to butcher this, but I believe it might have been Oliver from United or some other company that told me a little anecdote that they were in Europe and they were in a shop and they passed out some cigars for, they were trying to promote the cigars, and that to the clientele there. So like they give out, 15, 20 cigars. And the shop owner afterwards went around to each one of them that got a cigar and said, give me $5 or whatever the equivalent of $5 was. And they paid it. And the guy's like, why'd you charge them? It's like, because they pay for it, now they're going to have an honest opinion about your cigar.
Yeah, that was Oliver, I believe. I heard the story with you.
Okay, then it was Oliver then.
I'm assuming it was Oliver because I did hear that story.
And that's great. Yeah, he's like, now they have They pay for it now. Now they can have an honest opinion about it. Because you're right. For my favorite kind of food, it's free food.
Yeah, and I mean, even I'm not gonna say I'm 100% like that, but you know what? I might go easier on a cigar if I get it for free.
Mm-hmm.
I might not. I definitely don't think I set the bar so high because it's like, well, you know what? It was a free cigar. Let me, I got nothing to lose. I got nothing in this to lose. But there has been stuff I've got for free that I'm like, that's a shit cigar. You can give me 5 cigars from your line, and it's like, don't. I might only like 1 out of 5.
Yep.
But you know what? Like it's one of those things where I think people do that a lot. They're just like, oh, I gotta say something nice about it. I gotta say something nice about it. Like I got it for free, and it's just like, no, like you
So,
don't.
Chris, what was the one of your top cigars that you smoked at IPCPR this year?
Dude, 2 sticks. I mean, that stand out to me like crazy. And I'm not being paid to say this. So after that conversation we just had, the United. No, actually, I just lit up a United right now.
Oh, that's one of my favorite cigars.
Shut up.
Because they sponsor the show.
You're biased.
Okay, it's not just because they're sponsored by the show, and Oliver is my really good friend. I truly do like that cigar.
No, I do too. We sell this. We sell a ton of this in our shop, and the new branding is exactly what this cigar needed. I'm sure you guys have seen the new brands and stuff. The other one was like too brown. That's what I told Oliver at the show. I was like, dude, this new branding is perfect because everything, it was just so brown before and kind of reminded me of a turd a little bit. So thank you for the new branding. But so the Alma del Fuego from Plasencia, the Parentella was freaking amazing. That's a Ometepe stick that Plasencia is doing. And there's a lot of Ometepe companies that use a lot of Ometepe tobacco. Like Black Label is really popular for it. You get that really robust Black Label kick from that Ometepe. But Plasencia has refined it in a way that I didn't think was possible with that tobacco. It's not as aggressive. And dude, with a Cuban coffee, it was like so freaking good. And then the other stick I came across was AJ's new release that I think starts shipping in August. Dias del Glorias.
Really?
AJ's most expensive stick, I think, to date.
Can't say I tried either of those.
I think I have it. Here it is. There's a Dias del Glorias. And this thing was freaking amazing too. And I'm not actually a really big AJ guy. They're everywhere and they're not super exciting to me, but that stick really, really excites me.
It's hard. And I think we talked about this last show. It's AJ, not that he makes bad cigars, but it's hard to keep up quality when you have that much quantity and that much partnerships with other. It's hard to keep up consistency and quality and taste. Consistency and taste and construction, right? So, but he does. I mean, Viva La Vida is fucking AJ. So,
exactly.
There you go. One of my top cigars that I've had that I'm actually crave it every day. And this is another one of those. We were at Casdagley Cigars, right? Formerly known as Bespoke.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, their Lancero is great, right? But the Daughters of the Wind. But I've had that before. The Daughters of the Wind. So I loved it already. But the guy's like, hey, go check out David Blanco. We're like, really, David Blanco?
Yeah.
Like, go check out. It's the Cigar Obsession with the gold label.
Yeah.
The Box Press Pyramid, I believe. It's the fifth. It's called the fifth third, I think. If I'm not mistaken. They have the first third, second third, and fifth third. It was the tits, man. It was seriously one of the best cigars I've had in a long time.
Dude, I actually have a grip of those samples back at the shop, so I'm gonna have to wipe it up.
It's the gold label. V cut it, and I hate V cut, but David V cut it for me. I was like, dude, it was perfect.
See, so is this one of those scenarios now?
How
Oh,
much did you get paid?
he got my cigar for me. He lit it for me. Is this could this be one of those scenarios, J-Dub?
I enjoyed it, man. I truly did. And like I said, I did not smoke that many cigars the whole time there because I wanted to keep my palate fresh. Because I was there for a reason. I wasn't there just to, I'm there to give my opinion and hopefully get the shop some good cigars in. So, and I think we did a good job.
What was the stick you had that
All
you
right.
liked the least?
What other stick?
No, what did you have that you liked the least?
The least? Oh, man. Well, they're going to kill me. But
They're gonna kill me.
John JDO from Roma, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going that direction, not Roma, but his fiance works for Rocky Patel, right? Jera.
Enough said.
Enough said. And she gave me a good cigar. I believe it's like an HR. It had a blue label, and it was an HR. It just was. And she was like, "You got to try it. Just give it some time, and it'll develop." Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to fully try it, but the startup was horrible, and I couldn't finish it. So, yeah, it was a Rocky Patel. Unfortunately,
that was something I wanted to hear from you, Chris. Is what's a cigar that definitely didn't stand out for you?
I have this. This is my travel humidor, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten through all the samples because I tried to stay as fresh as I could for the sticks that I was hunting for. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna have to answer that question next time. I don't know. I don't know yet. I think that I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Everything's a blur.
Let's do this then. What's one of the worst, or what's one of the not so great cigars you smoked while sampling stuff for the monthly kits?
So, oh Jesus,
like something that completely caught you off guard, where you're like, "This should be good. This should be good," and you're like, "What the fuck? It's not like at all."
We get a lot of those. I think the sample that I've gotten, and I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be like amazing, but I was like, look, I've seen a lot of hype around this cigar, a lot of people smoking it, saying it's good. You've heard of the alpha infused cigars?
Mm-mm.
I've seen a lot of hype on Instagram and stuff for it, so we reached out and we got some samples, and I was just not happy with it. I haven't gone through all of the different lines yet that we got from them, but the two that I went through, I was really not happy with. And it might be because they're absinthe infused. And so I was a little bit intrigued by that. You know what I mean? I'm not a big infused cigar guy in general, but these ones were a little hard for me to finish. I had to put both of them that I tried down. Now there's one I haven't tried yet, and I'm hoping it's good. But that's one place that I was just a little bit off put. It tasted really acrid is like the best that I could say. Construction on it was fantastic. Branding's good, but it didn't deliver. So thank you for ruining that account.
No.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, you don't actually have to answer all the questions if you don't want to.
I don't. I mean, just like I just told you what my pet peeve is. I'm gonna be honest. And the biggest vote from us that you can tell is what actually gets shipped and what doesn't.
You know what? It's very respectable, right? Because you could have came on here and said like, "Oh no, every cigar," and it's just like knowing that you know what you go through before you actually fucking mail out these cigars, where it's just like they could just be going on a whim, and you know what, they could just be throwing these in this month, but it's like, no, you test them, you smoke them, and like you said, you know what, there's cigars that you're like, yeah, no, this definitely isn't fucking going in.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're bad. There's a market for them, clearly. You know what I mean? Just like there's a market for acid. Acid you'll never find in one of our boxes ever. Doesn't mean they're not there for someone, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't put acid and luxury in the same sentence. I wouldn't. I do appreciate their place in the cigar world, because a lot of people do start that. For example, and actually I got to ship some cigars out to my Uber driver. On the way to the airport, my Uber driver just started talking. He's like, yeah, so I'm going to cigar convention. He asked or whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, I smoke cigars. So what do you smoke? I like acids and Tatianas, and I was like, cherry flavor. I'm like, seriously? It's like, yeah, but I just started smoking. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I typically stay away from those. That's because, I don't like unnatural things and flavors, and all, God knows what they're using to flavor that shit. But, and he was like, really? So what should I be looking at? And I was like, I got you, bro. DM me on he found me on Instagram. He's like, send me your address and I'll ship you some cigars. So I got to do that this week. And he was like, I'm into it. When can I start, smoking non-flavored cigars? As soon as possible. But get used to smoking a cigar first, right? And that's what I appreciate the place of an acid. Is
like the training wheels for cigars.
Exactly, training wheels. Exactly. Perfect analogy.
I thought this story was going to go the same place as Brandon from Tower Cigars when you started talking about your Uber driver experience.
No, that was no his experience.
I mean, you were in Vegas. You were in Vegas.
I was in Vegas, but no, we had no bondage and zip ties and duct tape Uber driver stories whatsoever. None.
I mean, it's not bondage if you can get it at Home Depot.
Make it more bondage.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess it could. Yeah, industrial bondage, maybe. I don't. Yeah, there's a category for it. I imagine
boutique bondage, man. It's a new thing.
Bondage. Boutique bondage. No, and speaking of that, we Ubered everywhere in Vegas, and you have no idea how many. I give out so many cigars to Uber drivers. Either they're like, "Oh yeah, my husband smokes, or here's 2 cigars." "Oh yeah, I smoke, or here's another cigar." So that's my tip. Is a $10 tip. So, but it was fun, man. It was fun. It was no sleep, a lot of work, a lot of fun. I came home to rest.
Me too, man. I slept for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Slept like 12 hours. I'm hoping I get the invite next year. Just saying.
If you don't get it, hit me up. We'll get you in, bro. You're there.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I'm gonna. Well, if you get me in, obviously I can't cause all the shit, but no, I think it's definitely. I think I want to get in there as like a media pass, and just do like a bunch of just funny interviews with whether it's owner of companies or just the big people on Instagram, and just ask them like I was gonna do 3 random questions that are just out of this world and just see how people answer.
That'd be cool. I still rather go as a retailer though, because I get the cigars to try for the shop.
Yeah. Look at J-Dub put in all the hard work.
It is. I treat it as a work. I'm telling you, I treat it very seriously. And like I said, Gabe trusts me, and people knew I was like, hey, you're not an employee there, but he's like, no, I kind of am. And he trusts my palate, and I help them with place orders, and I help them with some of the hookups and say, this is what cigars do you want to go? Well, we need to go here, we need to go there, we need to go there, and just make sure they carries good shit in the shop. So yeah, I'm.
And
definitely.
Was this before or after the what was it? A Michelin 5-star restaurant?
That was during. No, that was a bad.
Sure.
That was a bad.
J-Dub had to force Gabe for them to take a break, and they just happened to be by a Michelin 5-star restaurant, and
it was Michelin star restaurant. So yeah, so they brought up this. It was a Peking duck meal. It's like a 6-course meal, and they bring out like a full duck and a half, and then they cut out a little piece and they serve you, a little piece, and then they take it back. And I'm like, what? We're not done. What the hell? But every course after that had a element of the duck in there except the dessert. But it was fantastic, man. It was great. It's probably one of the best meals I've had in a while.
Interesting. Yep. Interesting. If you could change one thing in the cigar game industry right now, what would it be?
You know what, man? I honestly like more female smokers.
We keep saying that, man. We keep saying that.
It's hard. Like we work with a lot of sisters of the Leaf on our social media and stuff like that, and I have a lot of respect for some of them. There's girls out there that really know cigars, that understand the industry, that understand it, and they're treated like, eye candy. And I get that. Like, I totally get it. I rather look at a beautiful woman than, some dude in a suit almost any day.
Adidas tracksuit with a sleeveless hoodie.
No, I like that. That gets me going.
Thank you.
But no, I mean, really, this is, it's like what, 94% men is
94, 95. Yep.
And the market, like, for me, like, selfishly, business wise, that's hundreds of thousands of people that we're not selling cigars to first. Yep. But secondly, there's a lot of fantastic women in this industry doing crazy stuff, like Leo from Nova. Like, Nova Cigars is just blew up out of nowhere, and their stuff is legit. It's woman owned, and there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of benefit there. Nice. And I'm not like a woman's right advocate or anything like that. I just don't understand. This isn't a male industry. It's something for everybody, right? Anyone can enjoy this, and everyone should enjoy it.
Well, we talked about that. It was like this was a predominantly male hobby / but a lot of things were, right, back in the day. But nowadays it's not. It is by just if you look at the statistics, it's predominantly male, but it's not dominated. I wouldn't use the word dominated. I would say just mostly male smoke. But yeah, we definitely, generally speaking, we just like Paul said, we need more cigar smokers, period. We need more cigar smokers. But definitely,
whatever you are,
whether you're binary, non-binary, I don't care. Just smoke a cigar, man.
That's it. That's one thing I love about this industry. You go into a lounge and there's a 70-year-old guy there and a 27-year-old dude there, and they're sitting there having a conversation. They'd never talk to each other.
Yep.
But, the stick brought them together, and now you have friendships. I've got guys that come into my store that sit there for 30 minutes and we talk about stuff, and we have plenty in common, but we would never talk to each other for any other reason. And that's freaking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to bring people together like that, it's for me, the relationships are like 99% of this industry. To me, it's the most exciting piece of it. And so I just want more people.
Yep. More people, more business, more friends.
It's very interesting. I say 9% of my friends now that I hang out with, that I talk to, are cigar smokers.
Nice.
Like, I might hang out with maybe one. The rest are all people that I've met through the cigar world, and just we kept getting closer, and then it's just like, oh shit, like, you know what, this is my thing. It's just smoking cigars, and then that's person's thing, and it's just like, shit, let's hang out and smoke cigars together.
So I hang out with two kinds of people. I hang out with cigar smokers and people who are going to be cigar smokers, period.
Yeah, so you got to form them and mold them.
Because if you, of course, if you're going to hang out with me, I will take care of you, man. I've given humidors away. I've given lighters, cutters, and say, here's a starter pack. to a bunch of my friends, and they're now smokers. They're now cigar smokers. It's like, so yeah, eventually, if you hang out with me long enough, you will be smoking a cigar. Period.
Either that, or they can't bitch about it when you smoke.
Right.
Spoken like a true dealer, man.
I am a dealer.
Yeah,
A cigar slinger.
always working, wearing his Powstani shirt now.
Yeah, Pastania with the war bears in the back. I gotta smoke that. I gotta smoke a war bear.
Ooh, look
Yep.
at you all fancy. What are 3 things that you shouldn't, in your opinion, talk about in a cigar lounge? You know what I mean? Like the
question.
hot button topics, or like whether it's, you're cool with talking about it, but you don't know if other people are, or it's something that, there's subjects in cigar lounge that it's just like, fuck it, you know what? Like, this is just easier if we don't get into this.
I don't know, man. I'm a pretty like A-type personality for the most part, and I think it's all on the table. I think the ability for you to go somewhere and be genuinely yourself is the most important thing. And I'm paying to be here. I never go into a lounge and bring my own sticks, or I do. I bring my own sticks, but I always buy out of the humidor. I always buy a drink, or
Right.
I support the local B&M. I usually spend like like you guys are saying, I'll go in there and spend $300 or something like that on loose sticks. Research,
Research.
but,
Put it on the corporate card.
but I
I'm
really
gonna need a receipt.
what is it?
You could get a receipt to claim it for
That's right.
product testing.
Product R&D. I have a big R&D account on the books for
Yeah.
sure. But
I don't know how we're gonna expense $20,000 this year.
oh, you have no idea, man. but for me, I really don't care. I'll talk about politics or abortion, or I just don't think there's anything that's off the table. The only thing that I think has no place in the lounge is when a guy starts saying who shouldn't be there. This person shouldn't be here, or this person shouldn't be there. There's some of these lounges that are like swanky as hell. You know what I mean? And I don't mind suiting up and going in, but if I'm in there in my shorts and my t-shirt and my hat, and I'm spending money and I'm not, causing fist fights or anything like that, I have every right to be here. And who knows, I might be a billionaire. You don't know what people are or who they are. And it's like, let people do them, and you don't have to engage,
Yeah.
That's what I said, man. I always say cigar smokers shouldn't be pretentious. Cigar smokers shouldn't be hard, shouldn't be difficult. That's why I don't get into all the different kinds of cuts and different kinds of trying to pick up a million different flavors that are not there. It's just there to enjoy. Cigar smoking should not be difficult or hard. It should be enjoyable. The conversation should be enjoyable 100%. And, it's not pretentious. I don't wear a suit to a lounge. And often times that I go to a lounge and see these people, I'm smoking 3 times more expensive cigars or drinking twice as much expensive liquor than they are. So it's like, whatever. And I'm in a t-shirt and shorts.
I got to touch on this. The past 4 times I've been in the cigar shop, I've been wearing a suit.
Tracksuit doesn't count.
Dude, I was in last cigar shop I was at was in Little Italy in Buffalo. Dude, I rolled in there in a tracksuit. I was like a fucking boss. Little Italy rolling in with a fucking matching tracksuit with matching shoes. Dude, nobody was fucking with me there. They're like, shit, look at this guy.
It's because they thought you're in the mafia or something, man.
But I mean that.
Well, people don't usually mess with lesbians, right?
Whatever. I'll take it. No, but I mean that's the thing, right? Like, I'll dress outrageous like that. Like, I think it's funny wearing tracksuits out but it's like at the end of the day, it's like I'm fucking comfortable. I don't give a fuck. But it's like I'll go there and you'll see these people like looking at me all weird, and it's just like I'll go and then it's just like boom, grab all these different cigars, and then they're like, oh, like what are you smoking? And then they start talking, and they're just like, okay, yeah, you're actually a good person and like a knowledgeable person. And it's like, yeah, I just like fucking wear a tracksuit like an idiot. Like that's all it is. And I mean, I think there's a lot of misconception at whether it's a cigar lounge or a cigar bar, just how people look or how people perceive people on how they look.
Yep. And with that said, man, so Chris, we're gonna plug your business one more time. Is luxurycigarclub.com, is that correct?
That's right.
Luxurycigarclub.com. You have the gold, the platinum, and the diamond. They'll ship you some cigars. They'll take care of you. They'll allow you to try things that you may have not tried before. Can cancel anytime, right? And you're supporting three Jew and a guy with the red beard, and then Chris.
You know what? And we just got a coupon made up for you guys. It's Rebar, right? Pretty simple. So free shipping on the first month.
First month free shipping. Rebar. There you have it there. I'll have to sign up.
I got a text message from Ben. He's like, the code is Rebar. Just give it to him. He's like, all right.
For those listeners.
Yes, we did it.
Yes. So he's listening. We got one more listener. Now we're up to 10.
We love what you guys are doing. You haven't seen us on Cigar Vixen or Cigar Obsession or any of the big accounts because we want to grow with the new wave of folks coming into the industry and doing the things that they're doing, because it's truly a different culture and a different mindset. And we appreciate it so much.
I don't know that you get all the the suits, and I gotta light my cigar with the match, and I gotta cut it with this cutter and a gold lighter, and no, that's not it. That's not us, man. That's not the new wave.
Now, don't get us wrong. We are a luxury cigar club, so I got my DuPont cutter here, and I'm a little bit swanky, but
okay.
We're a foot in both worlds, man. Like, I like nice stuff, and I like to be comfortable, and I like to enjoy myself, and we're just trying to have fun, dude. That's it. We really love what we do, and
100%.
As long as we love it, we'll do it.
100%. So we do appreciate, man. With that said, anything else, boss?
Yeah, Chris, thank you very much for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really do.
We're gonna go offline. Oh yes. We're gonna go offline, so luxurycigarclub.com, use the promo code REBAR, REBAR for those who can't fucking spell. First month shipping for free. You've heard it here, so we appreciate that, man. We really do. So I'll get,
and we'll promote it. We're gonna promote the hell out of this.
I'll start my subscription, even though I have like 200 cigars. I still got to smoke from the show, but I'll start my subscription next month, and so will boss over here, boss man.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yeah,
love supporting our good guys, especially good guys.
Yeah, man. You got to support the people that support you, and everybody supports each other, and it's a fun, happy world.
We'll go offline in a little bit, but stay on, Chris, for just a little bit so we can chit chat and make future plans.
For sure, man. Sounds good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks to everybody listening. Thanks to everybody watching.
Smoke united, live united.
Yeah.
And luxurycigarclub.com.
Yeah.
Hit them up. Promo code REBAR.
Money on my mind, so I'm too paid. Real out of time, never Kool-Aid. Sipping on Douce, psych.